Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rikakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son. So this situation where you got the nuclear missiles flying all over the place, Ukraine being hit with nuclear missiles, this is the example. This is the introduction to what's really gonna happen. Now, when you go into 2nd Esdras 16, it gives you what's gonna happen. And so it's telling you where the destruction is gonna happen at. Now, when it say woe, it's talking about the destruction of anybody. That's why it's saying woe. Woe means destruction. Starting at verse 1, we're gonna go ahead and go through all of it. Verse 1, he say, woe unto you, Babylon and Asia, meaning destruction unto you, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto you, Egypt and Syria. Verse 2, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. See that? There go that destruction. That's what that woe was talking about. It's verse 3. A sword is sent upon you, and who shall turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? See, that's talking about that fire. That's not going to be somebody with a flame torch or a cocktail bottle, and they going to light the bottle and throw the bottle. See, that's not that type of fire. We talking about a major destruction, because somebody throwing a cocktail bottle and hitting something, make it catch on fire, that ain't even gonna break the glass. Verse 5, it say, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? See, who gonna stop these plagues? Who gonna stop this fire? Who gonna stop them nuclear missiles from coming? Verse 6, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it began to burn? Verse 7, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? See that arrow? That arrow is talking about ICBM, nuclear weapons, nuclear missiles. See, that arrow is not an arrow. Verse 8, it says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? See, the Ukraine getting hit by missiles, not because of Putin. See, Putin ain't got no power like that. Let's go to get that real quick. We're going to go back. Putin ain't got no power to do nothing, man. He's just another man. That's why you say, what man? Is it any man that can drive away these plagues? Because Putin ain't got the power to do it. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. See, Putin is a king. but his mind ain't being controlled. He's not controlling his mind, man, at the end of the day. See, this is not Putin. He don't got the power to do nothing. Now let's get to the point. This 2 Ezra 16 and 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shoot are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. See, you can't shoot an arrow to the end of the world. You can't shoot an arrow from China to America. You can't shoot an arrow from Russia to America. Now, I'm going to read that again. His arrows that he shoot are sharp, and they shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Behold, the plagues are sent, and none shall return again until they come upon the world. See, they've been knowing about this nuclear holocaust, this nuclear war, since the 1960s, since the 1970s. They've been knowing about this, man. They got movies, documentaries. See, they've been knowing who gonna do the war. That's why in Resident Evil, the movie, they say, we gonna cause the war to go on. Then he hold up a holy Bible and say they did it in the Bible before. Say, no, you gonna do it. Yeah, you know you gonna do it. That's why they got this white lady. She wrote a book called the Pale Horse. See, they know they are the pale horse. Now let me read that since I'm bringing it up. Revelation 6, starting at verse 8. It says, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him. See, that him is talking about these military and these world powers that can press the button. See, a Ku Klux Klan member that work at Kmart, he can't press no button to no nuclear missile. It says, and power was given unto him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword. See, power was given to them to press that button to send that nuclear missile flying in the air. See, power wasn't given to no police officer. Power wasn't given to no judge. Power wasn't given to no dang on lawyer or no doctor. Power was given to the military powers, the government. They know that they the pale horse. They say power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. And that fourth part of the earth is America. See, that's why it was called the New World. See, power was given them over this land to conquer it and to destroy it. It said to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. See, that go another thing. The beasts of the earth, the other government, they gonna team up. Putin gonna team up with China, Iran, North Korea, Japan, Germany. They gonna team up with all them nations over there, and he giving them power to destroy this land, to turn this land into a desert. So that's what the lady wrote her book about. She said, we are the pale horse. They know who they are. Now back to 2 Ezra Second Esdras, let's finish on that archer. Verse 16, it say, like an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Now let's get that mighty archer, because in Judges, let's see who wrote Judges, if it said at the beginning. Now after the death of Joshua, it came to pass that the children of Israel asked the Lord, saying, who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first to fight against them? See, this the Israelites fighting these damn Africans. It says, verse 2, and the Lord said, Judah shall go up. Behold, I have delivered the land into his hand. So Judah was the leader when Joshua died. So what was written here in Judges 11. Now he said the mighty archer that's going to shoot arrows to the end of the earth. See, you can't shoot an arrow, a bow and arrow. You can't shoot no bow and arrow that far. Judges 5, chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers. Okay, that's another thing. A bow and arrow don't got no noise. See? A bow and arrow ain't gonna make no sound. All you gonna hear is but another arrow, see, a nuclear missile, that's gonna make a noise. That's gonna be something you can get delivered from. Look at what it say. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the place of drawing water, there they shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. See, you're not getting delivered from the noise of an arrow. The archer is talking about the people that's gonna shoot them nuclear missiles. See. Now that's not the only place. Let's get Isaiah chapter 9. Now Isaiah chapter 9 and 5 is talking about World War III. Isaiah chapter 9 and 5 is going to explain how the war is going to be fought. It say, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. See, that fuel of fire is coming from them nuclear missiles. The fuel of fire is coming from the ICBM international missiles. That means that missile can go from one continent and go to the other continent. International Continental Ballistic Missile. That's what it's talking about. See, those missiles can go from one continent to the next continent. See, and Putin just let off a whole bunch of missiles, and those missiles that he let off was hypersonic missiles. Those missiles can make it to your continent in 30 minutes. And it can be more than that, maybe 15 minutes. 30 minutes can go by quick. If you done been on a plantation on a job, you know how fast 30 minutes can go by. See, if you in a car and you traveling 30 minutes away, or you traveling 15 miles, or I'm gonna say you traveling an hour away in a car, it's gonna take you about 30 minutes and you're gonna be there before you know it. That's how fast these nuclear missiles gonna be moving. And see, let me read that verse again. It say for every battle. That battle is talking about the battle of Armageddon. The battle of the great day of the Lord. That great day is not gonna be a bunch of people fighting in the desert with AK-47 riding in tanks. See, that's not going on no more. They're not gonna be bringing tanks and all these guns and bullets. That's not gonna be going down. Because another thing, the production of these weapons is going down. Because when the famine hit, you're not gonna have nobody in a factory making a bullet. You're not gonna have nobody in a factory making a gun or some type of weapon. See, they're gonna start using weapons that they got already ready to go. Well, they just got to press the button. See, they've been stocking up nuclear weapons since 1980, 40 years ago. So let me read that one more time. No, let's get Revelation 16 and 14. It says, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. See, that's the battle Isaiah is talking about. He say, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. But this, that means not, this ain't gonna be that. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. See, that battle is not gonna be a bunch of people with guns in their hand and they bleeding out. Oh, I got shot. Blood coming down. It's not gonna be that type of battle. See, with a medic, we need a medic. I'm man hit, man down. 1132. It's not gonna be that type of battle. See, this battle, when it hit, let's go ahead and get it right now. Zechariah chapter 14. Zechariah 14 and 12. And you can see a picture of this in Terminator 2 with what is it? Arnold Schwarzenegger and the lady, I forget her name, but Terminator 2, you can see a vision of what's gonna happen, and because these elites know they to pay a horse. Verse, this is Zechariah 14 and 12 is saying, this shall be the plague whether the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. See, in Jerusalem is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the descendants of slaves here in Babylon, serving hard bondage. See, that's who Jerusalem is. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. See, that's when ain't nobody shooting at you and your eyes just consuming. Ain't nobody shooting a grenade at you and your tongue just dissolve in your mouth. See, that's when a nuclear missile hit, boom, and all of your body just dissolve. That's the plague, that's the arrow that's being sent. He said, who shall drive the plague away? like a man with a man with an arrow, an archer with an arrow. He's describing how this thing gonna go down. Now let's go ahead and get some of those prophecies or those visions, because that's what it is. Let's get that in Habakkuk. And this show you why people ain't understanding the Bible. It ain't supposed to be understood 100 years from now, where people can recognize it and try to change it. Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says the vision is yet for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come to pass. It will not tarry. See, in the end, right before it happened, that's when the vision is going to speak. It's going to speak through the prophets, and it's going to speak because you're going to see it coming. You're going to be able to perceive that this vision is going to happen. Isaiah, let's go back to Isaiah 34. Or go to Isaiah 34. That was on the last video. Isaiah 34. It's starting at verse 3. It said, their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood. Okay, now we finna see how your tongue and your eyes and your whatever is gonna melt away. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off the vine, and as the falling fig from the fig tree. Now, I don't own the rights to this music. Let's cut the witchcraft. I don't own the rights to this music that is playing. So what is he talking about? The heavens gonna dissolve, the sky gonna dissolve. What that supposed to mean? What are you talking about? The host gonna fall down. So you mean to tell me armies is gonna fall down? See, that goes with that Revelation 12 and 9. Talking about the angels was cast down. The devil and his angels was cast down. It's talking about the armies. Because in verse 2, it says, his fury is upon all their armies. See? And so he said, and all their hosts shall fall down. Meaning their plane and whatever they got in the sky, their satellite, all of that's going to fall to the ground. But this vision is not in one place. Revelation chapter 6, let's get it there. Revelation chapter 6 got the same vision, but it's going to let you know what's going to happen in more detail. Starting at verse 12, 6 and 12, Revelation. And I beheld, and when he had opened the sixth seal, and looked, there was a great earthquake. See, this great earthquake is not just because the ground's shaking. No, this great earthquake is something gonna hit the ground, then make it shake. See, verse 13, I'm gonna jump to the point. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. See, ain't no star gonna fall out the sky. That's not gonna happen. See, them stars out there, they not how I would say, they not just in the Earth's atmosphere and they in the sky. No, they thousands, millions of miles away. They not gonna come to no Earth. They bigger than the Earth. So how a star gonna fall on the Earth? It's impossible. So when you go to let's go back to Isaiah, Isaiah 34, and see what he said. He said, the stars of heaven shall fall to the earth. It says, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine. See, the leaf falling off the trees. You see a bunch of leaves falling off the trees one by one. That's how the stars of heaven is gonna fall. See, and then he say, and as a fig tree from the fig tree. Now that's a ball falling off a tree, a bunch of them. So these things gonna be like stars falling and like balls falling. There's nuclear missiles. Now let's go back to Revelation chapter 6, verse starting at 13. Starting at 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree cast her untimely figs. See, that's what Isaiah said. He said the exact same thing. See, one he said stars gonna fall. The other one said the host gonna fall. And then he both bring up the same parable of a fig tree. The figs falling off a fig tree. You see a bunch of stuff falling. That's how many missiles that's gonna be coming. See, like I said, Iran got a whole underground city full of nuclear missiles. It's not a game. He says, even as the fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Verse 14. Now he finna quote what Isaiah said before he said the fig tree. And the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Now when you see that nuclear missile hit, the smoke go up like a scroll all the way up in the sky. It looked like a big scroll. That's what he's talking about. Because he's describing something 3,000 years ago. He got a vision 3,000 years ago. He don't know nothing about some kind of bomb or dynamite that these dragons done thought of. He not thinking about none of that. All he know, he see something falling from the sky and he see a bunch of smoke. That's all he know. He say, and the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island was moved out of their places. Now, that mountain goes to a kingdom, plus that mountain can be a literal mountain. See, when that missile hit, it's not gonna be talking about no, it just put a hole in the ground. See, they ain't gonna just put no hole in the ground. Oh, Revelation 16. Revelation 16 got the same exact vision. See, it's not some other vision where a submarine shooting missiles out the water, and he say, I saw missiles flying out the water, or stars coming out of the ocean. No, it's the same exact vision. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. He say, Revelation 16 and 18. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake. See, same operation. Such as was not since men were upon the earth. See, not these other earthquakes, a 7.5 earthquake over there in China. No, not no, the ground shaking a little bit. Look what he say. He said there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. You see there? It's gonna be a great earthquake. He had to emphasize the greatness of this earthquake. It's not no regular earthquake. Now this is talking about America right here. It's saying the great city was divided into 3 parts. See, when them nuclear missiles hit, the whole country is gonna separate and open up. It say the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. See, they gonna fall because America holding up all these other nations. Because America got a whole 200, well, I'm gonna say they got 100 million people that's being worked for nothing. See, when you look at the racial wealth gap, you see the white people got $100,000 across the board. The white people got $100,000. The black people got $1,200, maybe zero. The Hispanics, $1,200, maybe zero. See, because they working these people for free. See, you're not making no money. You working from paycheck to paycheck, and if you can get you a side hustle, it still ain't gonna pay you nothing. But here go that vision one more time. He say, a great earthquake gonna hit America, the great city. Verse 21, he say, this Revelation 16 and 21, look at that. They already getting ready to strike. Revelation 16:21, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven. Now what in the, ain't no great hail that can fall out of heaven, man. This is him describing what he's seeing. He says, I seen stars come out of heaven, because it's the same Apostle John who was in the bosom of Yahushua. This is the same apostle saying, man, stuff falling out the sky. It looked like stars